You're standing in the shadow of the Bastille fortress on a July morning, and the air smells like gunpowder and bread riots. Let's spend a day in the city about to explode into revolution. It's just past dawn. Wooden carts rattle over cobblestones. The fortress looms above. Stone walls 30 meters high, 8 towers, cannons pointed at the Faubourg Saint-Antoine. This is Paris. 600,000 people crammed into ancient streets. It smells like horse manure, unwashed bodies, and baking bread that most can't afford. Louis XVI has been king for 15 years, but his authority is crumbling. Bread costs half a worker's daily wage. The winter was brutal. Harvests failed. And now, in July, rumors spread that the king is bringing in troops to crush dissent. Today, we're following the city from sunrise to nightfall. Market to palace district, to guild workshop, to cafe, to street corner, to darkness. France in 1789 is Catholic, hierarchical, bankrupt. Enlightenment ideas circulate in salons and pamphlets. 3 things shape every moment here. First, class divisions are absolute. The nobility pays no taxes. The third estate carries everything. Second, hunger is political. When bread prices spike, riots follow. Third, ideas are weapons. Rousseau, Voltaire, the American Revolution. People talk about rights, citizenship, equality. Our route moves from the Bastille through Les Halles Market, past the Palais Royal into guild workshops, then to revolutionary meeting spots. As evening falls, we'll glimpse how an aristocrat lives, then see what happens when crowds gather after dark. Stop 1. The Bastille. Early morning. The fortress squats over the Faubourg Saint-Antoine like a stone fist. 8 towers, walls thick enough to withstand cannon fire. It's a prison, but mostly it's a symbol. Royal power. Arbitrary detention. A baker's apprentice hurries past carrying loaves. He glances up at the towers, spits, keeps walking. Only 7 prisoners inside today. But the threat remains. Workers gather outside a furniture workshop. Cabinet makers, joiners, men with sawdust in their beards. They're talking in tight clusters. One gestures angrily. "Necker dismissed," someone mutters. Jacques Necker, the finance minister, popular with common people, fired 3 days ago. The news spread like fire. Swiss guards march past, muskets on shoulders. The workers fall silent. Then the muttering resumes, louder. The morning bell rings. The markets are opening. The day's struggle for bread begins. Stop 2. Les Halles Market. Mid-morning, Les Halles is chaos. The belly of Paris. Wooden stalls packed tight. Fishwives scream prices. The smell is blood and vegetables rotting in July heat. A woman haggles over bread. 4 sous. Yesterday, it was 3. She counts coins, her face hard. The baker won't budge. She pays. Walks away, clutching the loaf. Bread is everything. A laborer makes 20 sous a day. A 4-pound loaf costs 8. Half his wage for 1 day's bread. A crowd gathers around a man, reading from a pamphlet. What is the third estate? Everything. What has it been until now? Nothing. Abel CAS. The words are 6 months old, but they burn fresh. National Guard uniforms appear. Citizen militia, formed weeks ago. They wear blue coats and tricolor cockades. Blue and red for Paris, white for the king, for now. The bells of Notre Dame ring across the rooftops. Stop 3. Palais Royal. Nearing midday, the Palais Royal is revolution's waiting room. Arcades line a vast courtyard. Cafes, bookshops, gambling halls. Police don't enter here. Speech is free. Under the arcades, people crowd cafe tables, reading newspapers, pamphlets, forbidden books. A young lawyer argues about constitutional monarchy. A street orator climbs onto a chair. Camille Desmoulins, a journalist, stammering but fierce. He's waving a pistol. "To arms!" he shouts. "The Swiss and German troops will massacre us." The crowd thickens. Some wear green cockades, leaves torn from the garden. Tomorrow, they'll switch to tricolor. A bookseller's stall displays banned works, Rousseau's Social Contract, Voltaire, pamphlets with crude cartoons of Marie Antoinette. Anti-royalist libels circulate freely now. Noon. Everyone is sweating, agitated. The king has surrounded Paris with troops, 30,000 soldiers. Inside Café de Foix, men huddle over maps. They're planning. Armories. Weapon caches. The conversation is no longer theoretical. Stop 4. Guild workshops. Afternoon. A carpenter's shop near Saint-Antoine. The master craftsman planes a table leg, but his apprentices aren't working. They're watching the street. Guild rules still govern here, but they're fraying. An apprentice, maybe 19, speaks to his master without lowering his eyes. "They're gathering weapons," he says. The master doesn't respond. Next door, a printing shop. The press clacks steady. Pamphlets stack up. The printer's running an anonymous tract about grain hoarding by aristocrats. A woman enters, looking for her husband, a joiner. He hasn't come home. Someone says he went to the Invalides where weapons are stored. She nods, doesn't cry, leaves. The afternoon drags. Heat presses down. Everyone is waiting. Stop 5. The Seine. Late afternoon, the river cuts through Paris. We're on the Pont Neuf, the city's widest bridge. Open stone and a view of gray-green water. Barges drift past carrying grain, guarded by soldiers. The grain is for the army, not the people. A crowd watches from the bank. Someone shouts. A stone flies. Misses. A woman washes clothes at the river's edge. She pauses, watches the barge, spits into the water, returns to work. A wine merchant's cart crosses the bridge. The driver keeps his head down. Trust is gone. Evening approaches. The light turns golden, then amber. Before darkness, let's see how the other half lives. Stop 6. Hôtel Particulier. Evening. A limestone mansion in the Marais. 3 stories, tall windows. This is an Hôtel Particulier, a noble's private residence. In Ifrit, the salon, candles burn in crystal chandeliers. The marquis sits with guests in silk and powdered wigs. They're eating roasted pheasant, asparagus in butter, pastries dusted with sugar, wine from Bordeaux. The conversation is careful. One guest mentions the assembly. Another changes the subject to opera. They know something is coming, but they speak around it. The marquise's wife wears diamonds. 3 months ago, she attended a ball at Versailles. Outside, the street is empty. A clock chimes. 8 o'clock. The shutters are closed. The outside world disappears. But outside, the world is gathering. Stop. 7. Streets after dark, night. No street lighting except occasional lanterns. Most of Paris is pitch black. We're back near the Bastille. Crowds fill the streets despite the hour. Torches, makeshift weapons, voices raised. This isn't a mob. Not yet. It's something forming. Men carry pikes, clubs, a few muskets stolen from armories today. The Invalides was raided this morning. 30,000 weapons taken. But no powder. Powder is in the Bastille. A woman walks with them, a market seller. She's carrying a kitchen knife. Someone starts singing. "It'll be fine, it'll be fine. The aristocrats will hang them." At the Hôtel de Ville, the city hall, the Revolutionary Council is in permanent session. They're trying to prevent chaos. They're also trying to direct it. Bells ring. Not calling people to prayer. Calling them to assemble. The tocsin, the alarm bell. Near the Bastille, the crowd is growing. Thousands now. They're not going home. Tomorrow, they'll storm the fortress. but that's tomorrow. Please like, share, and subscribe for more history content.